Okay, let's look at the problems we just did, but let's not worry about the shortcut. And remember, a negative and an opposite sign is the same thing, essentially. It's just a matter of how you say it and how you think about it. So when I'm looking at example 1, I'm just going to think of this as the opposite of negative 4 over 10. Okay, so without using any shortcuts, I'm just going to zero in on the inside part here on the top, the opposite of negative 4. Okay, what is the opposite of negative 4? Okay, see, that turns into 4. So I'm going to take that opposite of negative 4 away and just think of that as 4. Have the rest of the problem sitting there. Okay, now I have a negative, or opposite, same thing, the negative of 4/10. Okay, so I'm just going to keep that negative there now. I know the answer is negative. And I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 2. So I still have the negative sign, and it's 2/5. Negative 2/5 would be the answer. We're going to talk about this later, but a negative could be in the middle of your fraction, or it could be with the top of your fraction instead. It could even be on the bottom instead. Okay, but we're going to get into that in more detail later. Okay, the second problem. We have the opposite of negative 4 over the opposite of negative 10. Okay, look at the top. The opposite of negative 4. Okay, opposite just means change the sign. So change the sign of negative 4. It's a positive 4. On the bottom, we have the opposite of negative 10. Okay, change the sign of negative 10. That would be a positive 10. Okay, so we have it equal to 4/10. Okay, that's a correct answer, but it's not simplified enough. So divide the top and the bottom by 2, and you get 2/5. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to use the shortcuts we're doing in this lesson, but if you catch on to it, I think for a lot of you guys, it'll be easier and faster. Let me know if you have questions.